Welcome to Daily Devo. I'm Pat. Today we're going to talk about a job that you may not know you have. I suspect that you did not realize that you are a powerful foreign diplomat. Oh, yes, you are. It's one of the amazing jobs we have as God's children, and one that, if you are like me, you often take for granted at best, or at worst, completely forget or ignore. Now, so we don't miss this, let me say it again. You are a powerful foreign diplomat. Near the end of 2 Corinthians chapter 5, Paul is telling us that we have been given this gift, a gift that we did not earn, the gift of being reconciled to God through the death and resurrection of Jesus. But then Paul explains that God not only has reconciled us to himself, but that he allows us then to be part of this reconciliation work. Listen to verse 20. So we are Christ's ambassadors. God is making his appeal through us. We speak for Christ when we plead, come back to God. Did you hear those words? We are Christ's ambassadors. You see why I'm not exaggerating when I tell you that you are a powerful foreign diplomat. I actually looked up the definition of an ambassador, and here it is. An ambassador is someone who represents the policies and interests of their home countries around the world. An ambassador is one of the highest ranking diplomatic positions because they are charged with protecting and promoting national interest, maintaining diplomacy, organizing visits, welcoming visitors, and supporting resolutions. Let me repeat portions of that definition and add a little commentary about your specific role as a powerful foreign diplomat, or as Paul said, Christ's ambassador. The definition of an ambassador is, quote, someone who represents the interests of their home country to another country, unquote. In Philippians, Paul reminds us that our citizenship is in heaven. This is not our home country. We might say we are only visitors here representing our true kingdom. And the leader of the kingdom we are part of isn't just another king or another lord. As Revelations describe, Jesus is the King of all kings and the Lord of all lords. Again, you see why I say that you are a powerful foreign diplomat. The definition of an ambassador goes on and states, I quote again, an ambassador's role is to promote national interest, maintain diplomacy, organize visits, welcome visitors, and support resolutions, unquote. Someday I want to write a whole sermon detailing our role as Christ's ambassadors within that defined job description. But for the sake of time, allow me to sum up our primary role as Christ's representatives, because it's radically different than the way of the world. You see, most often in our world, everything comes down to a show of diplomacy with a struggle for power. The kingdom we represent is radically different, though. As God's ambassadors, we best represent his kingdom when it's done not through the love of power, but by the power of love. We can't miss that, so let me repeat it. As God's ambassadors, we best represent his kingdom when it's done not through the love of power, but by the power of love. Wow. By the way, I was curious about the benefits of an ambassador, so I looked it up as well and discovered that a U.S. ambassador has a benefit package that, amongst many other things, includes a special place to live, free of charge, government-subsidized health care, insurance, life insurance, 5 weeks of vacation every year, which includes paid airfare to and from their vacation destination. Not a bad little benefit package. But may I just remind you that as Christ's ambassador, your benefit package is beyond comparison, is beyond explanation, is beyond anything you can even imagine. Which means not only do we get the high privilege of representing the King of all kings and Lord of all lords here on earth, not with the love of power, but with the power of love. But then on top of all of that, God tacks on a pretty amazing benefit package. What a king we serve.